podcast. I will say it, a bonus episode for all of you mega fans and for the people that don't really care because you can still listen to it. Because we don't have a... What is it called? I forgot what it's called. Wait. What's the site called where you can, like, people pay you for
Patreon.
Access? Yes. Because we don't have a Patreon. But we could.
Exactly. We could someday. Yes, this is our bonus episode. We did a Grammys nominees announcement episode, and now the Oscars have released who is going to win everything this year, and we got to talk about it. I need David's thoughts. He has been off of social media all day.
It's been so hard, and I did a very good job. Only 2 little things got spoiled.
That's okay.
I guess
I woke up this morning and the first thing I saw on Instagram was Variety posting the entire list of what was nominated. And I was like, oh shit, I hope David's not on Instagram right now.
I have been scrolling like so fast past certain posts on Reddit. Like I've just been like, nope. Okay, I can read this. Nope. So it's been very interesting. Yeah.
Well, without further ado, I think it's time to get into these nominees. And David is going to give us his honest reaction. First time hearing about all of this. And we're going to start it off with the big one. We're going to start off with Best Picture.
Oh, that's exciting.
I'm not going to read all the producers for everything, but I will read some of the people later, and apologies in advance for butchering all of the names. Best Picture. Begonia. F1. Frankenstein. Hamnet. Marty Supreme. One Battle After Another. The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. What are your thoughts on these?
I am surprised that Begonia honestly got in. I was not expecting that. I feel like it had kind of been forgotten. But aside from that, I feel like this is like, it makes sense. It's the standard. It's the movies that were going to be nominated. Now, I did say there's 3 things that were spoiled for me. One of the things is that Wicked did not get nominated for Best Picture, so I did know anything. That. Yeah, that's true, anything. So I knew that, and yeah, that is kind of crazy. That being said, like, it did not get the greatest reviews. I didn't see it, but everyone I know that saw it has said that it doesn't deserve to win. So,
what do you think about F1?
F1, that is kind of like a black sheep one. I honestly, when you said it, I was like, yeah. But now that I think about it, that wasn't in the running ever. I don't think that's kind of a weird pick.
That's
I didn't even
what I thought.
Realize that. Yeah. I mean, kudos to Apple, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I will say, I think One Battle is going to win, but I think that Train Dreams should win. Although Marty Supreme is a close second. So,
nice.
Yeah. Those are my picks.
We got Best Director. Chloe Zhao for Hamnet. Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme. Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another. Joachim Trier for Sentimental Value. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but that's what I've heard. And Ryan Coogler for Sinners.
Wow, that's very, very interesting. I'm happy that Coogler got in because I know that I feel like some people were saying that Sinners was slipping with how strong it was, but I am happy that he got in because, yeah, it was definitely a narrative. I'm happy he got in. Everyone knows it's not my favorite film, but I do think that he did do something special with that. Ultimately, I haven't seen Sentimental Value, so I can't really like speak to that, but I do think that Chloe Zhao should win out of this list. But I do think it is going to be PTA ultimately. I think like that's pretty locked, especially because Chloe Zhao has won already. So,
okay,
we'll see.
Yeah.
She won.
Has Paul Thomas Anderson ever won?
No, I don't believe he's won any Oscars ever.
Oh, wow. Okay, interesting. Yeah. And One Battle After Another did well at the Golden Globes too, which, is a good sign.
That's a very good sign. I will say, I would love it if Josh Safdie won too. Like, it's him and Chloe Zhao. That would be like either of my 2 picks for this. I kind of forgot he was nominated for a second. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Marty Supreme.
Nice.
Yeah.
Time to move on to Best Actor.
Mm-hmm.
We got Timothy Chalamet for Marty Supreme. We got Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle After Another.
Yep.
We have Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Michael B. Jordan for Sinners. And Wagner Moura, I don't know if that's how you say his name, for The Secret Agent.
Yeah. Why wasn't Michael D. Jordan nominated for playing the other twin?
Or Michael C. Jordan.
Yeah, or Michael C. Jordan for the stunts. Yeah, that's literally just like the short list. Like, that's who was going to get nominated.
I didn't know Ethan Hawke had that much buzz. And I don't even really know what Blue Moon is.
That movie is, I haven't caught that movie yet. I want to watch it. It's a Richard Linklater movie. And I don't remember what reviews the movie got, but I know everyone says that he is incredible. And a lot of people say that he is the most deserving, person to win.
Interesting.
And I think that's kind of kept him in the category, even though I don't think he's going to win just based off of, the people that have won in other awards ceremonies.
Is it going to be Leo?
I think he has a small chance. I did want to say Joel Edgerton was nominated for Train Dreams, was he?
He was not.
That is a snub. That is 100% a snub because he is amazing in that movie. I will say I haven't seen Wagner Moura in The Secret Agent, but I've heard that's very deserved. And this might be a hot take, but I would remove Leo and put Joel Edgerton in there. That would be like my top 5.
Ooh, okay.
It obviously would never have happened, but I think that's what should have happened. And I think that it's hard because I do think that Timmy's going to win. And I honestly kind of want him to win because I think this is his best work. And I say that as someone that doesn't really care about him like that much. I don't care about the whole celebrity, whatever. And I think he's a solid actor, but he was really good in Marty Supreme. But I'd have a hard time choosing if Joel Edgerton was, nominated over who would be my personal pick. But I don't know. I think he will probably win, although Leo has a small chance. We'll see.
Yeah. I did want to ask you if you saw another spoiler about Sinners at this ceremony.
Well, I saw that it was the most nominated film in 98 years or something like that. I just didn't know what categories.
This is number 98. It's the most nominated film ever.
Oh, that's a good point. I did not even consider that. Wow. That's kind of
16 nominations. Crazy.
Damn.
And people were talking about how this movie had no chance because it came out in the spring. And then also there's the whole like kind of coordinated smear campaign by Penske Media, which owns Hollywood Reporter and Variety and Deadline, against kind of just the movie in general, and seems to have some problems with racism because, of course, Mr. Penske is friends with Trump. So,
yep, of course. Of
course
he is.
But very interesting. 16 nominations. Very impressive.
That is crazy. I do think, kind of to what I said before, I do think it's deserved because I think it did something very special this year where it was an original film that did like amazing. So I do
shout out
absolutely
Warner
think
Brothers.
It is. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I think there's a reason why they are dominating this this Oscars so far, at least with One Battle and Sinners. Like there is a reason. So shout out.
We got Best Actress. Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue. Renate Reinsve, I don't know how to say that, for Sentimental Value. And Emma Stone for Begonia.
Right. I've only actually seen 3 of these performances. I've only seen, Emma Stone, Jessie Buckley, and wait, what's the third one?
Kate Hudson.
Thank you, Kate Hudson. That's right. And I mean, we all know Jessie Buckley is going to win. And out of the ones I've seen, she is 100% deserved. She makes that movie. I don't think it would be as good of a movie as it is without her. That being said, I haven't seen The Testament of Anne Lee. I'm probably going to go watch it this weekend. And since this episode comes out a day after we record it, you guys know that it literally means this weekend. So I can't say like how she is in that film, but I know a lot of people are saying that she's getting snubbed. So that's going to be interesting to see.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that was not nominated, but she got snubbed. Okay.
Yeah, she got snubbed.
I see where you're going.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'll bring my thoughts.
Nice. Best Supporting Actor. We have Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein, Delroy Lindo for Sinners, Sean Penn for One Battle After Another, and Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because honestly, I have no idea who's going to win. Like, I genuinely don't know. And I'm kind of stuck because I feel like most of the people here are deserved. I will say they are kind of committing category fraud because Jacob Elordi should be a lead actor, not a supporting. But it is what it is.
Classic.
Oh, absolutely classic. I also haven't seen Stellan Skarsgård in what's it called, Sentimental Value, so I can't speak to his performance. But I don't know. I'm kind of. I don't know.
Do you want Jacob Elordi to win? Because I remember you saying that he was really good.
Well, he was really good, and I would love that. But Delroy Lindo and Sean Penn were also really good. Which I'm not I don't know. I don't really like Sean Penn that much, just based off what I've heard.
Many don't seem to.
Yes. Yeah, but I do think that he is deserved for the work that he did. And then Delroy Lindo, I think, in all honesty, has the best performance in Sinners. But I don't know. I guess I am leaning towards Jacob Elordi, I guess. I don't know. I will say there was a pretty big snub there, which was Paul Mescal for Hamnet. I think he was just in a very crowded field this year, though. And they were committing category fraud by pushing him for supporting instead of best actor. But that was also so stacked that, it kind of wasn't... I don't know, they could probably see that it wasn't that viable, although they ended up with him not getting in anyways. So, yeah.
I mean, they could, make the category 6 nominees instead of 5. I don't know.
I don't think that they would. I think that, obviously, if they combined...
I mean, just in general. Yeah. I mean, we have, 8 movies for Best Picture? That's too many.
Yeah,
maybe it's even more than that. I didn't count.
That's because of the Dark Knight controversy. That's the only reason they did it. Dark Knight wasn't nominated. Back then, the rule was only 5 films nominated, and people were like, The Dark Knight is better than most of these. So then they extended it to be like, oh, look, we're extending it so we can allow more films to be, nominated. And then they just...
More films that'll never win.
Yes, and then they just continue to not nominate those type of films anyways. So it's kind of like bullshit.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of just marketing, So I don't know. I honestly don't know who's going to win this thing.
I'm not the Oscars guy between us, so I don't really know much about what's going on. But it is kind of weird how it's big, because at least in the Grammys, when they expanded the categories, all of the major categories had the same number of nominees. But I don't know.
I mean, I get the argument for its Best Picture. There should be more nominees. But at the same time, just make it equal everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't want 8 actors, though. 8 best actors.
You see, that's the big problem, too. That's too much,
Yeah. Well, we do have Best Supporting Actress to talk about.
That's right.
We have Elle Fanning in Sentimental Value.
Nice.
My apologies for this name. Inga Ibsdottir Lilius for Sentimental Value. Amy Madigan for Weapons. My apologies again.
Wow.
Wunmi Mosaku for Sinners, and Tiana Taylor for One Battle After Another.
Wow, that's very, very, very interesting. I am surprised that sorry, I'm trying to remember the name of the actress from One Battle that wasn't nominated. I'm so sorry, I can't believe it.
Chase Infinity.
Yes, thank you. I'm
wearing my Columbia shirt right now because we both went to Columbia College Chicago. Shout out.
Damn. No, that's kind of crazy, though. I thought that she was going to get nominated for sure.
That was the buzz I had heard as well.
Yeah. And I mean, people were saying that she was just going to win. They were very, very sure about that. But yeah, that's an interesting category. I don't know who's gonna win, honestly, just because I haven't really followed this category as much. I will say I am very surprised that Amy Madigan got in,
Yeah.
but I'm happy that a horror performance got in. I think that should happen more often.
I was going to ask you because
I'm happy about that.
You said after that, and yeah,
I was surprised. Yeah,
that's cool
because it just doesn't happen very often, and I'm happy she got in, especially for Weapons, which is a very, I don't know. I think it did something great by breaking out the way that it did. So yeah,
I'm not seeing it in other categories too. So
yeah, I will say I guess my pick for who will win would be Teyana Taylor. I guess I'd have to say that she's probably going to win. That being said, I haven't seen 2 out of 5, so it's kind of hard for me to say what I would choose. I would probably give it to her, but it's kind of because she was also given the most to do. Or you know what? Screw it. I'd give it to Amy. I don't know. I'm stuck. I don't know if I want to win this.
That's right. You got like a month and a half to decide.
That's true. Plus, whenever I look at like Oscar lists or whatever, I'm always like, oh, couldn't these 2 people have won together? Like, I think that a lot. That's just the type of person that I am. So, yeah.
It's too much good art. We shouldn't be choosing.
Right. Except for some years. Some years you're like, most of these people should not have been nominated.
Like 3 or 4 years ago at the Oscars, I remember thinking, really, this is what came out this year? Like, God, this is awful.
Anyway, and by that you don't mean a COVID year, right?
I think it was like 2022.
Okay.
So post-COVID.
Yeah.
But
there we go. That tracks.
The dark ages.
Yeah. The dark ages.
But we have our favorite thing to talk about because we have 2 writing categories now.
Yes.
We got to start with Best Original Screenplay. These are the nominees. Blue Moon, written by Robert Kaplow. It was just an accident, written by a bunch of people. Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and Sinners, written by Ryan Coogler.
Nice. This is kind of hard for me to like talk about. Well, okay, let me first say I'm surprised that it was just an accident got nominated here because it is an international film, and typically they don't get nominated for anything outside of international. I feel like Sentimental Value, it's from like a director that's known in America more than Jafar Panahi, so that kind of makes a little bit more sense. That being said, I haven't seen 3 of these films, so it's kind of hard for me to, talk about it in terms of what I think should win. Out of what I have seen, I do think that Marty Supreme should win. But again, it's kind of hard to decide. In some ways, I could see that winning just because it's the biggest film out of these. But I mean, you never know, especially because like Blue Moon surprised me here. I was not expecting it to be here anywhere outside of Ethan Hawke, as Best Actor. So I don't know. This is an interesting one. I wasn't expecting quite a few of these.
Are these all scripts you want to read?
Honestly, I would read these, especially Marty Supreme. I'd be interested in reading Sinners too. I do want to watch the other films though before I think about reading them, just because, I want to see how I feel about it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Best Adapted Screenplay. I knew a lot more of these, I must say.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think you've seen all of these.
Oh, that's exciting.
Bugonia. Frankenstein. Hamnet. One Battle After Another. And Train Dreams.
Damn, I have actually seen all of these. That's exciting.
Wow.
I will say it does make sense. Like, a lot of times, a lot of the more well-known screenplays will be in one category or the other just because they were adapted or not adapted. And then the other category is filled with like less known films, quote unquote less known films, just because it happened to turn out that people are talking about the films in the other category more. So that does kind of explain, the other category.
Right, where the original ones came from.
Yes. Which, don't get me wrong, I think that international films should absolutely be nominated. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it's a great thing, and I think it should happen more. But back to this. honestly surprised Begonia got nominated just because the ending was divisive, and I feel a lot of people would point to the story. I'm kind of, I feel like Hamnet might have a small chance, but I do think that One Battle After Another is going to win. My pick would be Train Dreams, though. I think that is the best screenplay.
Nice.
Out of these films.
It's time to talk about Best Animated Feature.
Yeah, we all know who's winning this.
Well, we got 5 to choose from.
That's true. We'll see.
Arco, Elio, K-pop Demon Hunters, Little Amelie or The Character of Rain, and Zootopia 2.
Wow, 2 of those I've never heard of. The first and the fourth. Then again,
Yes,
that's because I don't follow animated.
I don't even know what
films as
Little
much.
Amelie or The Character of Rain is.
Yeah. What is the first one again?
First one is Arco. I have heard of that.
Yeah.
Co-produced by
that's
Natalie
interesting.
Portman.
Oh, wow. That's fun. I mean,
When you said we know who's going to win, is that K-pop Demon Hunters? Or is that
It's winning.
Zootopia 2?
no, it's winning.
Okay.
I don't get me wrong. I think Zootopia 2 has a chance, but I feel like this is one of those categories where it leans into what's popular the most.
That's kind of what I was thinking, yeah. I
yeah,
mean, Zootopia 2
and-
made $1 billion, did it not?
Oh, definitely. But I feel like K-pop Demon Hunters went beyond.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess we'll never know since it's Netflix, but
oh yeah.
you
Well,
know.
okay. Let me give you an example. When I was in Dallas, we went to this like artsy area of Dallas, and we went into the shop and they sold, trinkets and clothes and plates and all these things from Mexico, right? So it was all like artisanal, handmade stuff, all from Mexico, really beautiful, right? And at the very end, or like the very back of the shop, there were K-pop Demon Hunter toys. Like, that's how far it's gotten.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
popular it is. So I think that points to it's going to be K-pop Demon Hunters. I have honestly not seen any of these films, though. Oh, sorry. I take that back. I've seen K-pop Demon Hunters. I forgot.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
I totally forgot.
You just try to block it out of your mind.
Literally. I take it back. I haven't seen any of the other ones. So I can't really speak to it. I kind of have to say that my pick would be K-pop Demon Hunters, even though I think it's just a very blah film, to be honest. And I know
That's
I
fair.
upset some friends and my little cousin with that, but sorry. It's true.
That's all right. It's got to happen sometimes.
It's got to happen.
It's better to be
Exactly.
honest.
That's exactly right.
It's time for Best International Feature Film. And I'd like to say something. A lot of these are just like written kind of normally like Best Animated Feature. Then after this,
Right.
it's feature film. We get film in the title of the category for some reason for a
Oh.
lot of the other ones, which I don't know why that happens because it's only sometimes. And they seem to have no consistency. Anyway,
That's interesting.
these are the Best International Feature films. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it appears that animated feature might be the only one that doesn't have film, which, maybe
That's interesting.
animated features are for children and that's why they don't just say it because it's not a film, it's a movie. I don't know. Anyway,
If you believe
international.
that, you're wrong.
International.
That is just for
The
kids.
Secret Agent. It was just an accident. Oh, I should tell you where these are from. The Secret Agent's from Brazil. It's in Portuguese and German. It was just an accident is from France. It's in Persian and Azerbaijani.
Yeah.
Sentimental Values from Norway. It's in Norwegian and English. Sirat, I don't know if that's how you say that. From Spain, it's in Spanish, French, and Arabic. And then The Voice of Hind Rajab, which is from Tunisia in Arabic.
Right. I mean, 3 of these were definitely going to get in. Secret Agent, it was just an accident. Sentimental Value. I actually hadn't heard of the other 2 ones. I'm very interested in watching those. I have not seen
You know
any
what's
of these,
crazy?
by the way.
I have heard of the last 2.
Really?
Yes. Only because I was playing this game with some friends where we have to draft movies. And I was trying to figure out what movie is going to be like the international one that gets it at the Oscars. So I saw Sirat and I saw The Voice of Hind Rajab. And I was like I don't think either of them will make it. And I drafted some other thing that didn't get nominated. I don't even remember what it is. And of course, these two are in here. And I was like, I don't know. I'm not moved by either one. Of course, I've never seen any of these. And I don't really know what they're about.
And I haven't, so I can't really speak to them. I plan to watch all of them. I want to watch all of them. I guess I'm going to give it a sentimental value just because I feel like it's a little bit bigger than Secret Agent, which I feel like would be the runner-up choice for a lot of people.
Just Did because the Secret Agent win the Golden Globe?
Honestly, I don't remember. I think sentimental value
I feel like it did. Did it? Okay, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I probably should have been prepared. Oh, well.
Oh, it is what it is. I will say it was just an accident. Doesn't seem like it will win, even though I've heard a lot of people say that it's actually like the best film out of this category and maybe this year. Obviously, I can't speak to that. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think this could go several ways. I honestly don't know.
Nice. We are going to be skipping documentary feature, documentary short, animated short, and live action short because I'm sure David has not seen any of these and probably doesn't have any opinions on them.
Yes, we apologize. Those are important categories.
Yes, even though they will probably not be televised.
Yes, unfortunately.
But this year we have a new category, and that's Best Casting.
That's right. That's exciting.
So, Best Casting. Hamnet, casted by, well, I should read the people first, I guess. It's in the like a weird order. So Nina Gold for Hamnet. Jennifer Venditti for Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
Cassandra Koulakundis for One Battle After Another.
Right.
Gabriel Dominguez for The Secret Agent. And Francine Maisler for Sinners.
That's interesting. I don't know. Yeah,
what's the buzz on casting,
to
David?
talk about this? I have no idea. I'm not a casting person. I don't know how they do their jobs. They are amazing at it. Personally, whenever I've looked at auditions, I can't tell like, a nose from an ear. Like I have no idea what I'm doing. So kudos to all these people and every other casting agent working because I don't know how they do it. I mean, I've seen 4 out of 5, so I've seen most of these films. The one that comes to mind the most for me is Marty Supreme because there are so many characters and every single one of them is interesting. And I feel like part of that is the actor. I feel like Sinners also does have that, but maybe to a lesser extent. I honestly don't know what will win though. Like genuinely, any one of these films could win. Like I don't know. I guess my choice would be Marty Supreme, but I also don't feel strongly about this category because I just don't know enough about it. Like
it's the first year.
I just can't speak to it. Yeah, maybe like with time, it'll get easier. I don't know. I have no idea.
We're finally learning the casting agents' names.
That's right. Finally.
Now we got cinematography. I'm going to butcher these names again. My apologies. Dan Laustsen for Frankenstein. Darius Kanji for Marty Supreme. Michael Bauman for One Battle After Another.
Right.
Autumn Durald Arkapaw for Sinners. And Adolfo Veloso for Train Dreams.
Can I just say, all deserved, but Wake Up Dead Man should have been here. And in screenplay.
That's actually, Wake Up Dead Man definitely for cinematography. It was beautiful.
That's a gorgeous film. That being said, I can see like why these films made it in because they are all very beautiful. I would have to say Train Dreams for me personally was my favorite out of these, but it's kind of like swap them out, like swap any of these out with another one and I'd be happy. I don't know what's going to win. Honestly, because of that fact. Like, I feel like a lot of these, there's a very clear front runner here. But this year, I have no idea. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, we got another one that you may not have a strong sense of who's going to win. That's Best Costume Design.
Ooh.
We have Deborah L. Scott for Avatar: Fire and Ash, Kate Hawley for Frankenstein, Malgosia Terzanska for Hamnet, Miyako Belizzi for Marty Supreme, and Ruth E. Carter for Sinners.
Yeah, that's another great lineup. Man, I'm still surprised that Wicked didn't make it in here, not gonna lie. Especially because the costume designer, whose name I'm blanking on, apologies, he won last year. So it's kind of, it's especially crazy. I mean, these are all deserve it though. Definitely the thing that strikes me is that they're all period pieces except for Avatar: Fire and Ash, which is, sci-fi, but it also tracks as like typical for costume design, just because people notice something very different more than something more subtle. I mean, I have to choose Marty Supreme, and I have to choose it because literally one of the things Jennifer and I were talking about the moment we left the theater is how much we loved all the clothes in the film. Like, I genuinely would wear 90% of what Timmy wears in the film. Like, that's something that genuinely stuck with me. And it stuck with me from the other films too, but not to that level. And you're right, I don't have an opinion on what's going to win because I genuinely do not know. Yeah, we'll see.
Nice.
I did want to say shout out to Ruth E. Carter, who became, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe the most nominated Black costume designer or Black person ever. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But shout out, because I know she did like hit some sort of milestone.
Well, it says right in her little Wikipedia blurb, she was nominated for a fifth time for her work in Coogler's Sinners in 2025, breaking the record for most nominated Black woman in Oscar history.
There we go. Shout out.
Shout out. We got best film editing. And I'm realizing right now that I just didn't read the writers, even though like we're both writers. There are a lot of writers on each of the films, though. So I think that's part of the reason that I was just kind of skipping over them. Yeah, go click on all of them. Some of them don't have Wikipedia pages. So, maybe it's time that you make one. You specifically listening to this.
That's right.
Best film editing. I know you got strong opinions about this. Stephen Mirione for F1. Ronald Bronstein and Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
Andy Jurgensen for One Battle After Another. Olivier Bugkute for Sentimental Value. I don't know. And Michael Shaver for Sinners.
Yeah, I'm not that surprised by F1 being here because I've heard, stuff about the editing, which makes sense. It's a racing movie. The editing, it's going to stand out. Honestly, I could see that winning. I haven't seen it, though. I can't really say. I kind of want to go with... okay, I've been choosing either Train Dreams or Marty Supreme this whole time. I'm sorry. Those are my two favorite films of last year. But I think here, especially because it has a very specific pace, which I really liked. That being said, I could see how that could not work for a lot of people because it kind of makes you anxious, which is what it's trying to do. But I could see that not working for, other people. I think any of these are deserving. I don't know. Honestly, at this point, I don't know what's going to win. We'll see.
We got best makeup and hairstyling. And let me tell you, there are some new names in here.
Ooh,
I'm not reading
exciting.
the people, by the way. There's a lot.
Yeah.
The 5 movies nominated are Frankenstein, Kokuho, Sinners, The Smashing Machine, and The Ugly Stepsister.
Oh. I've never heard of the last one, to be honest.
I haven't either.
I have heard of Kokuho. It's a Japanese film that I actually really, really want to watch. I from what I remember, it's about like the son of some high-ranking Yakuza member who gets into kabuki theater. And it seems really interesting, and I've heard a lot of great things about it. Having seen the trailer, it tracks being here. Absolutely. That being said, like the rest of these films also fit. at least out of the ones I've seen, I haven't seen The Ugly Stepsister, and obviously I don't have like a full impression of Kakuho. I kind of want to give this to Frankenstein because the creature is very, very well done, like beautifully done. That being said, I don't know. Sinners, like the makeup for that film when it comes to the vampires really stuck with me. I really like the way that they did that. So I don't know.
The Smashing Machine?
Don't get me wrong, they did a good job, but like,
remember when that was going to be nominated for Best Picture when everybody was talking about it in October? Yeah. When I
watched it, I knew it wasn't. Not because it's a bad film, I enjoyed it. But like it's a good film, but it's not anything like, for lack of a better word, special, which I don't like using that word when I'm talking about films, but I just can't find a better word for it. It doesn't like really take you. It's kind of like just a good, interesting experience. I don't know. I kind of want to go with Sinners, even though I'm still split and I want to choose Frankenstein too. I don't know. Well, you guys choose and tell me.
I'll let you have that same dilemma in the next category, which is Best Production Design. We got Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners.
Yeah. I mean, it tracks again. You see, this is the same thing. You have a lot of period pieces, which tracks. And I love period pieces, so this is especially hard for me. I liked the production design for Frankenstein. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit more gothic, not gonna lie. And I did feel like it may be, I don't know, some of it felt very CGI to me, which obviously still amazing work. That's not a knock. I'm just saying, like, I did notice it. I don't know. I'm
so it could be any of them.
It could be any of them. And let me tell you,
understandable.
The reason why I've picked it could be any of them for a lot of these is because I'm fighting the urge not to put Marty Supreme for all of these. Because I do think I have recency bias too. Let me put that out there. I have recency bias.
This is surprising to me because we haven't talked about Marty Supreme yet. But
yes, because we haven't recorded an episode since I watched it.
I am very surprised by how much you like it. I thought you were just going to be like, oh, it's all right.
Yeah, no, but so far, because it came out in December, which counts as our 2026 year, it's my favorite film. And I think it'll probably stay up there for a long time, if not till the end of the year. It's a 4.5. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, you'll hear about that in a few weeks when the episode we're recording tomorrow comes out.
Yeah, so. Exactly. In like a month,
Spoiler.
You'll be like, oh, I remember they talked about this.
Yes, on the Oscars episode.
Yeah.
All right,
I should be forced to make a prediction. I'm just going to say it. I think that Sinners is going to win this, and I will be happy with that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you think that kind of the hatred for Sinners from all of the trades is going to affect it at all?
I think it might affect it. If it does, that's bull.
Yeah.
Like, that's absolute horseshit. I'm sorry, but it is. That's kind of my only thought. I'm surprised that it even has 16 nominations because it seemed to be a sort of like smear campaign for a little while. The thing is, I feel like the fact it got so many nominations proves how strong it is. Yeah. And I feel like it has the support of the people actually voting. That's good. I feel like it does. Are the Oscars not so white anymore? No, they're still very white. Okay, I was going to say, because I know they let one or two films in. Yeah, when the Grammys were extremely white, they were kind of like, all right, we're going to let in some younger people and racially diverse people into the Academy so we could like fix this. Because the people won't die and give up their membership. So I didn't know if the same thing happened with the Academy, but it probably not. I don't feel like it. Hollywood still feels very old and white. Yeah, not to that extent. Let me just say that. I mean, I'm not saying the Grammys did anything good. They just tried a little bit. So that's true. That's a good point. Anyway, speaking of music, though, Best Original Score.
Jerskin Fendrix for Begonia.
Mm-hmm.
Alexandre Desplat for Frankenstein. Max Richter for Hamnet. Johnny Greenwood for One Battle After Another. And Ludwig Göransson for Sinners.
That's right.
I think I know what you're voting for here.
Sinners should absolutely 100% win. That was the best part of the whole film for me. That was amazing. I listened to the soundtrack to this day. I think it will win, but with a caveat that he has already won twice, which might be like something that stops people from voting for him again. That being said, I feel like this is one of those categories that they kind of don't care about that as much. Because, I mean, I feel like John Williams has won like 5 times or something like that.
I was going to say, John Williams is just like that good.
Yeah.
I feel like Ludwig Göransson is kind of the same.
I was about to say, I agree. I think he is that good too. So, I don't know. I ultimately am going to pick him for who I think will win. And I think that's deserved. I think he should win.
I do also want to say Johnny Greenwood is from Radiohead. I thought he was, but I wasn't fully sure. And I kind of forgot that he does film scores.
Yeah, he's done quite a few with PTI, I believe, because I believe that he did There Will Be Blood, unless I'm getting it wrong.
That sounds right. Yeah. I know he's done more, but it probably is.
No, he's definitely done more. Yeah.
We got Best Original Song now too. Mm-hmm. I'm going to read what movies they're from because I don't know. Dear Me from Diane Warren Relentless. Okay.
Oh God, she's
Golden
back.
from K-Pop Demon Hunters. I Lied to You from Sinners. Mm-hmm. Sweet Dreams of Joy from Viva Verdi. And Train Dreams from Train Dreams.
Yeah, so first of all, Diane Warren's back. She gets nominated every year and never wins, and will get nominated until she is a bajillion years old, and will still never win.
Okay, I have heard of her, and I do kind of remember this saga.
Yeah, she's the lady that gets nominated every year, which I haven't heard any of her stuff, but a lot of people say it's not that good. So
yeah, shout out to her.
I did not say that. That's what people say. Yeah, so this is simple for me. I think I Lied to You should win, hands down, but Golden will absolutely win. There's no chance. It's winning.
I was going to say, does anybody compete against Golden? I don't think so.
No.
It's like number 2 song in the country still right now.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's definitely winning for sure. And this is also like one of the categories where they just pick the most popular most of the time. Like,
because nobody knows as well. Like this happens with the Grammys too, where it's like you get down to like best contemporary jazz album. I don't even know if that's like a category, but something like that, where it's like no one listened to this, no one gives a shit about it. They're just going to go with the name that they may have heard of.
Exactly.
And I kind of feel similar about this, where it's just like, we know Golden. Same. My kids like Golden. Sure, I'll vote for it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
We have 2 more categories left.
That's exciting.
Best Sound. F1. Frankenstein. One Battle After Another. Sinners. And Sirat.
That's interesting. I'm happy that a foreign film made it into there. I feel like you don't see that too much. I mean, these make sense. Sinners, obviously, you have a lot of stuff going on with singing and, the music like working in the film very well. F1, obviously, racing. So, I mean, I can see it for all these films. I think ultimately I, again, have to go with Sinners because they did just do an amazing job kind of blending the way they made the music work in the film so well. It became a core part of the film, which I always love. That's, for instance, what they did with Amadeus. So I think it's 100% deserved. And I don't know if that will win, but I could see that happening. Although I could see F1 winning too, because I could see people being like, oh, racing movie. There's sound there. I'll pick that. I don't know. I feel like no one really knows what's going to win here.
I mean, F1, I feel like that's not a bad choice for it to win because the sound is going to be like so important to it.
Yeah. I'd be fine with that. I haven't seen it, of course, but yeah.
And our final category. And you know what? The final category, we get 2 new movies that we haven't even talked about yet
God,
in
that's
here.
so exciting. I love that.
Best visual effects.
Mm-hmm.
We have Avatar, Fire and Ash, F1,
mm-hmm.
Jurassic World Rebirth,
Oh,
The Lost Bus.
what the hell?
I don't know. And Sinners.
Wow, that's an interesting category. You can tell that there weren't that all the Marvel movies bombed this year. I'm honestly, yeah. Oh, you can definitely tell. I'm honestly surprised that Superman didn't make it in.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that was enough of a hit, even if it kind of underperformed for it to have made it in. I feel like it probably typically would have taken the Lost Bus slot, which I know is an Apple film, but I don't know anything about it.
The guy's name is Paul Greengrass. I've never heard of him.
I've heard a lot about him. I do want to watch his films, but I don't know. I mean,
Matthew
we all do
McConaughey
know
and America Ferrera.
Yeah.
Shout out.
I mean, good cast. But I mean, come on, we all know what's going to win. It's going to be Avatar.
That's kind of what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, no,
is it really
no
that
chance.
impressive still?
I don't know enough about visual effects to say, and
looking at the trailer of it, I was wholly unimpressed with it.
Yeah.
And
I don't know.
I mean, I have no opinion really, but it just looked so fake and like
from what I've seen in the trailer, I wasn't that impressed either. But I feel like, I don't know, the people that would be voting probably know more than I do and probably know what's going on the technical
you would hope.
side. Oh, I'd hope, yes. But I hope they know what's going on the technical side so they could understand things more. That being said, I will say, this is one of the categories that also just goes to the most popular film, which I am so saddened by because the Apes trilogy, or I guess now it's a quadrilogy or whatever that's called when there's 4 films, but the series with Andy Serkis should have won every time. And I will fight anyone on this because that has the best visual effects I've ever seen. It's that, the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, at least the first 3 films, and the Lord of the Rings. And the fact that the Apes trilogy or quadrilogy didn't win is I don't understand that. That's like a sin against God if you believe in that. Not gonna lie, 100%.
Yeah, Andy Serkis, shout out Armenia.
Yes, and he should be nominated for Best Actor. That is acting, people.
What was he in?
Well, a lot of stuff. He should have been nominated
for all of those.
Gollum.
Okay,
he should have been nominated for playing Caesar. But anyway, my rant is over. Avatar is winning, and I've seen 2 of these, so I can't really speak to the overall category. Out of the 2 I've seen, though, I guess I'd pick Sinners. I mean, Jurassic World didn't look bad.
Yeah, I have no idea. I forgot that came out this year. I could be honest.
Yeah, I honestly did too. And I didn't even hate it. I thought it was just very blah popcorn movie.
Do you think Superman
monsters?
Do you think Superman is not here because of the controversy?
What controversy?
Israel.
Oh, honestly,
I don't know. You have to wonder.
That's like a 5-hour conversation right there.
Yeah.
Because it's also Hollywood. Yes, there's a lot of people that are vocally against Israel, but there are also a lot of people that are vocally for Israel.
Yes, and
so it's kind
of a movie that is actually not even about the war in Gaza and is actually about the war in Ukraine that everybody just assumed was about the war in Gaza because all war is bad. It's kind of just oh, well, guess we're going to have political discussions now about a superhero movie.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I think ultimately it's more because it wasn't as lauded as people wanted it to be. It wasn't as good as maybe a lot of people wanted it to be. Because I feel a lot of people were oh, it's going to be as good as the first Guardians movie, which I haven't seen the first Guardians movie, but it seems like for most people it wasn't. It was just fine, which is also my interpretation. I thought it was just a very fine, typical superhero movie. Yeah. So I think maybe that would affect
in general, or do you mean like with visual effects? Because I feel
in
like
general,
some of these more technical categories, they don't really, I don't know if they always focus on like how good the movie is, and it's more just like how good is this one aspect.
No, I do agree with that. I was talking about the film overall. I think the visual effects look good. I feel like at some points they get a little wonky, but I feel like that's honestly any big production, just because of how much CGI is used and how like little time the artists are given and how overworked they are. So it's not like it's not their fault. It's the studio's fault.
They should unionize.
Yes, they absolutely should. They absolutely should. I also did want to say we're done with the categories, but shout out to Dolly Parton, who's winning the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award.
Yes, shout out Dolly Parton.
Winners, I guess. Although Tom Cruise is winning.
I guess, yeah.
I guess.
Shout out Scientology, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. No, shout out Dolly Parton because she is awesome. I love her.
So overall, are you happy about these nominations? And how many realistically do you think Sinners can win out of the 16?
I think Sinners will win a couple. I do think that other films will win the, quote unquote, top of the line categories, i.e. the acting, the, best picture, director, like those categories. I do think other films are going to win just because, they've been winning everything else. But I do think that Sinners has a very, very good shot at winning, a lot of the production design, a lot of the costume design, a lot of, like those categories. And I do think that it's absolutely winning best original score. So I think it's gonna, it's not promised. What's that word? It's guaranteed at least one win.
Okay.
So yeah,
is
it's
it
not
going to
be
win more than one battle after another?
No, I feel like Battle After Another is probably going to win maybe a couple more, maybe like one more, two more, but still, I think it is going to get more.
That's kind of the vibe I got as well. I mean, mostly because I'm just surprised that Sinners got this many nominations, which is really cool.
I am too, which I'm happy about that. I definitely do lean towards Marty Supreme for a lot of these. I think a part of that is the fact that I also haven't seen quite a few of the international films and, other films. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with these. Definitely some like little surprises, but I do feel like generally it's what people thought it was going to be. So
it's not like the one year that Dune wasn't nominated for anything.
Yes.
Like there's no massive snub. Yeah. Was that last year?
That was last year. Yeah.
Jesus, well, just I thought that was 2 years ago.
That was last year, but it was the films of the year before. That's why I kind of
True.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was last year. Yeah, that was a crazy snub, not gonna lie. And I say that as someone that likes Dune Part 2, but isn't a crazy big fan of it.
Wicked's not at that level, I guess, of being a snub. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It wasn't. If it was to level of the first film, it would have gotten nominated, even though I don't think it would have won very much. And I will say, I do think that the first part, it's fun. I enjoy it. I'll rewatch it, but it's not like, the best thing ever made. It's never going to win Best Picture. And I say that as someone that thinks that like the Academy Awards do often nominate movies that are just not that good for Best Picture and that are like the quote unquote art films, although I don't think all of them are like that, obviously. But the second film had no chance the moment those reviews hit, in my opinion. So yeah.
Nice.
I do want to say
I think that about
the last thing I want to say, my father, Conan O'Brien, is coming back to host, so I'm very happy. My Armenian daddy, yes. Obviously, shout out to my real father, but I'm just saying, the father of all Armenians, because he actually went and visited Armenia, Conan O'Brien is going to host the Oscars, and I'm very happy about that. I love him.
Shout out. We will be watching. We won't do an Oscars like review the night of, but we will talk about it on one of the following episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
So look for that about a month after the Oscars, I guess. That's right. Or whenever the schedule works out when we're recording.
We'll see.
But thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Uncultured Pop Culture, a bonus episode of Uncultured Pop Culture. We got everything that you could ever need inside of our link tree, which is in the description of this episode and on our Instagram.
That's right.
And we will be back here on Sunday, and we're going to be talking about a movie. We're going to be talking about an album. We're going to be talking about everything else that we always talk about, because it's just going to be a regular old episode for you, and it's going to be a good one, I promise.
We both promise. And if you want to see where that is, I mean, we told you where it is last episode, but I mean, you could just go to that Instagram.
Yeah. You got a few days yet before Sunday to watch and listen to get prepared. But yes, we will see you in a few short days. I don't know what else to say.
Bye and watch the Oscars.
Yes. Go Train Dreams? I don't know. Who are we rooting for?
Go Train Dreams and Morty Supreme.
All right, nice.
And
sounds good.
O'Brien.
Go F1. All right, we'll see you. We'll see you on Sunday. Goodbye, everyone.
Go Wicked. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. Bye, everyone.